Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how the Blood Knight Hunter event works in Last War. So if you're not aware, there is a event called Blood Knight, which starts in Season 4, or it's called Blood Knight Descends. It happens 3 times a day, at different time slots. And so whenever this event begins, you will have the opportunity to become a Blood Knight Hunter. Now keep in mind that in order to become a Blood Knight Hunter, it would only be available from week 2. And when it is available, what you would need to do, number 1, is make sure that you have the right skills needed. So you'll have to head over to your profession tree, and when you go ahead and click your profession and your skills, on the far right hand side, you see the seasonal skills. So what you would need, number 1, is this skill, which is called Blood Knight Hunter. You actually need this skill unlocked in order to become a Blood Knight Hunter. And just keep in mind as well that this skill has a cooldown. So after you use it, as you can see, there's a cooldown of 71.5 hours. So you can't really become a Blood Knight Hunter every single day because of this cooldown, which I guess is kind of a good thing, because otherwise you'd lose too many troops unless you're a whale. The second skill that you definitely would need, if you didn't have this, would make this event very difficult, is something called the Blood Knight Hunter Teleport. So what this does is, after you do become a Blood Knight Hunter, you'll gain a free teleport every 60 seconds. You can have a maximum of 20 in total, so they build up every 60 seconds. And you need this in order to teleport across the different servers. And I'll get into that later on. And another good skill to have as well is this one, which is the Hunting Inspiration. So you'll earn 30,000 Profession XP for each Blood Knight Hunter you eliminate. You'll have up to a maximum of 5 per round. So that's a good thing to have as well if you are planning to do a lot of hunting. Because yeah, you can get some Profession XP from that. So the main skill you definitely need is this one, and I would highly recommend to also have this teleport skill as well. So those are the 2 skills you must have, in my opinion. While the first one is no question, you have to have it, otherwise you can't participate. The second one, highly recommended. Highly recommended. Okay, so those 2 skills at minimum, and you're set to go. When the actual event starts, and I will show you some gameplay of my very first time doing this event. I'll talk through the gameplay shortly. But yeah, so when it starts, you'll be able to click on your base, and you'll see this little bookmark thing. The same thing you'll use to activate any kind of skill. And you'll notice under your Profession tab, you'll have the Blood Knight Hunter. You just pretty much click on this one. Obviously, I've just used it, so it's on cooldown for 2 days and 22 hours, so I can't use that until that cooldown is done. So just remember, there is a cooldown for this one, but as I said, it's not too bad. Now, the way you can get rewarded for this event obviously is from killing other Blood Knight Hunters. However, another thing you can do is actually, if you look at the rewards, you'll see there's actually a survival time ranking reward. So in order to get the maximum rewards, you only really need to stay alive for a minimum of 7 minutes. So that's not too bad, and you'll get quite nice rewards. You'll get this Magatama, you'll get the Euro Return Recruitment Ticket, some Tactics card, the SSR tier, you'll get some Research Speed Ups and some Overlord Supply Chest, the SSR variant. So decent rewards. So like I said, only have to survive for minimum 7 minutes to get the max rewards, and as long as you do that, then awesome, you'll be able to get those rewards. And obviously you are ranked, you've got the survival points, hunting points. I didn't really hunt the first time around. I was just planning to get the survival rewards. So yeah, obviously it would be more fun if you're hunting, unless you come across a whale, then it's not so fun after all. So yeah, I did get attacked by someone with a 70 million power squad, which to me is like a whale. And the second time I got attacked, someone with an air squad around 45 million. My tank squad is 41, so yeah, I was pretty much eliminated after getting attacked by that player. So you can get eliminated fairly easy. Now, speaking about elimination, what happens is you'll actually have the Magatama symbols on your base. You have 3 of them, and every time you get attacked and you lose that particular battle, you lose 1 Magatama icon on your base. You have 3 total. So essentially, if you get attacked 3 times and in all 3 of those times you lose the battle, which just means that your squad was weaker or something, then you get eliminated automatically from the event. So that's how it works. The other thing just to keep in mind as well, I believe there is like a 10-minute deadline after the Blood Knight descends for you to activate your Blood Knight Hunter skill. If not, you will not be able to use it. Apart from that, let me see if I've missed out on anything else important. No, not for the introduction. But what I'll do now is I'll go through and talk through the gameplay video of me just doing this event. And as I'm doing it, I'll sort of like tell you what I'm doing so you can kind of understand what's going on. So yeah, I'll switch to that video now. Alright, so as you can see, I've got my base there, so just click on that, click on the skill, activate the Blood Knight Hunter. It does have a few seconds of cooldown. You obviously click on Become a Blood Knight Hunter, and as you can see, your base will be transformed. Alright, and you can see now that there's all these servers. So this is just the servers within the season. So those are where you can teleport to using the Blood Knight Hunter teleport. Yeah, I definitely advise to take the troops off the wall just to be on the safe side, because yeah, there's a lot of whales that would definitely be frothing at the mouth for this event. As you can see as well, you'll see the 3 little Magatama icons on the base. So that's pretty much like your health point, so to speak. So, you know, like I was saying before, if you get attacked, you lose 1. So if you get attacked 3 times and you lose all of those 3 battles, you lose all the Magatama points, and then you're automatically eliminated. So here I am, just pretty much chilling in my own server. Sort of, as I said, my strategy for this one was just to take it easy, not do any hunting, just try to get the survival rewards, because as I said, I knew there was going to be a lot of whales. So, and I'm low on troops, so I couldn't afford really to lose too many troops. So that's a good strategy for this one. You only have to survive 7 minutes, so not too bad. Now, at this stage, I did get like a bit of a jump scare because I thought someone was trying to come for me, but it was just one of the Blood Knight zombies. So I was like, okay, that's fine. So pretty much, still just waiting here, because you'll see something interesting happens after a certain time, which I'll talk about once it actually comes up, because this is probably an important thing to actually remember. So I'm getting pretty lucky so far. No one has teleported next to me. I'm not really in such a good spot because, you know, I am actually on the end of the hive, so anyone could just teleport next to me and ash me or attack me. So very risky, but as you can see, it shows you the hunting time at the bottom. You can check, you know, the ranking as well in terms of the survival ranking and the hunting points ranking. And you can see how much teleports you have towards the bottom as well. And that will, you know, accumulate every 60 seconds with a maximum of 20 total you can save, like I mentioned in the introduction. So this is the good thing with just sort of sitting it out, letting your teleports build up, because, you know, that way you can use a lot of teleports. So as you can see there, still just waiting to see if anyone's going to teleport next to me, and if so, just simply teleport to the next server. That way, you know, they can't really get me unless they follow me. But now you see how all of a sudden those 3 servers on the screen have that little like warning. What will happen is eventually the servers will get that, and you need to teleport out of those servers, because if you don't within like the countdown, you'll be stuck in the server. You will not be able to teleport out, and eventually you will be eliminated. So you need to make sure as soon as you see that warning, if you are in one of the servers, that is going to close off, you need to teleport out of that. So as you can see, I was in 685 first. That's closing, so I've teleported now to 680. And this is where I'm staying now. So that's very important. Always remember, when this warning comes up, if you are in that server that's closing now, teleport straight out into one of the other available servers. Now you can also see how it has the little samurai icon underneath those servers. That tells you like how many Blood Knight hunters are in that server, and you see the warning message pops up again. So this pops up like fairly frequently, which is awesome, to give you a heads up that, you know, you need to teleport out if you are in one of those servers. So it's very good that it comes up that often. So yeah, so you can't forget about it. But yeah, so those little samurai icons you saw before underneath these server icons, yep, that's how many total Blood Knight hunters you have in that particular server. And it does tell you as well, battle intel, how many hunters are left, and then underneath that, how many have been eliminated. So that you can also use that to kind of keep a track of how the battle is going throughout all these different servers. And so when you scroll out of the map like this or zoom out, as long as you don't zoom out too much like what I've done, you can actually also see this samurai icon on the map. So it's actually very easy to locate other Blood Knight hunters on the map. So it's not very easy to hide. So if you are planning to hide, probably don't do what I did, which is just teleport to some random area, because anyone can just teleport next to me. It's always a better idea to teleport in like an alliance, so that the march time is greater when they try to attack you. So I should have done that, but I was kind of lazy to look for like an alliance to teleport inside of. So yeah, but that's the best thing to do if you can do that. So what I was doing now is just checking around the map to see if I can find other Blood Knight hunters, to test out how easy it is to find other, you know, Blood Knight hunters. So just going through that, and I did see one, if I remember. There was one in this server I was able to find towards like the top, but I can't remember. But you see the countdown is still going down for those 3 servers, so anyone who still remains in there is definitely going to be in a lot of trouble. As you can see, the warning pops up again. So you have to leave, otherwise you will be eliminated. So you have to leave before the countdown reaches 0. Very important if you want to keep, you know, keeping the event and keep playing. So here I am, still just sitting here like a sitting duck, and just you know, hoping that no one's going to teleport next to me. I'm kind of just waiting either for someone to teleport next to me, or for the next countdown timer to begin for whatever servers are going to be next. So at this stage, you know, 15 hunters have been eliminated, and so that's a fair amount. In total, I think there was like 49 blood hunters or something. I forget. I'll double check once I bring up that menu again. Alright, so once again the warning pops up. Now there's less than 60 seconds for those players to teleport out of those servers, otherwise they will be trapped and eliminated. So, okay, so we've got 50 Blood Knight hunters left. So that's not the total, that's just how many are actually left in the current Blood Knight descent. And about 10 minutes has passed so far in this event. Oh, one other thing that I don't think I've mentioned, but before you can actually become a Blood Knight hunter, make sure that none of your troops are outside your base, because that's what I did. One of my troops was garrisoning a stronghold, and yep, I wasn't able to activate the Blood Knight hunter skill until they came back. So just keep that in mind, because that's important. Probably one thing you can do is just set a reminder like 10 minutes before the event starts, just so you do have enough time to call back any troops outside your base. So as you can see, all those servers are now closed. You are not able to teleport to those servers anymore. So those are completely shut off. And as you can see, someone just teleported next to me, and I was frantic here trying to find a server I can actually teleport out of. Didn't really have time to look for another alliance hive, so I just teleported to the first location that came up. So as you can see, I lost one of the Magataba symbols on my base, so I only have 2 lives left. So that's how you actually, get eliminated, by losing those So now I am in server 713, and I'm just kind of going to chill out in the server for a bit. Hope no one is going to try and, attack me again. But at this stage, I wasn't doing too bad. Like I said, as long as you can survive for 7 minutes, you'll still get the maximum survival rewards. So that's not a bad thing. So yeah, and as you can see, I got absolutely annihilated by a whale. Thankfully, none of my troops were on the wall, so that was good. And now you can see there are some more servers that are going to get shut down. So that's 690 and 697. So as you can see, as the event progresses, servers slowly shut down. It forces you to go to other servers. I guess this is to make it more balanced so that people don't just camp out in a specific server for the whole event. I know that's kind of what I was aiming for, but like I said, my troops are running low. I didn't necessarily want to be a hunter. I just wanted to get the survival points. When I have a bit more troops, then definitely I want to do some hunting, because it's pretty fun, to be the hunter and not to get hunted. So yeah, that is a lot of fun. I'll definitely be doing that the next round. Well, if I have enough troops, that is. Yeah, so I believe this guy was scouting me initially. Yeah, he was sussing me out there. At first I was like, maybe he's just going to scout me and then leave it. But then I also was going to get attacked by some zombies. So I was like, what the heck is going on? And so I was like, okay, hold on. I need to put my first squad on the wall so this damn zombie doesn't, defeat me. And then that's exactly when he teleported next to me. And I was like, damn, I was like kind of like frozen in shock. I didn't expect it. So he killed my squad there, and I did try to teleport out, but guess what? Teleport cooldown. This is something I totally forgot about, but it's another important thing that, and as you can see, I've been eliminated. So the thing is, like, obviously you can teleport using the free hunter teleports, but you got to keep in mind that, you'll eventually get attacked and you'll have to teleport out. And if you're still on a teleport cooldown, you can't teleport to another server. So what I should have done there is probably just teleported to another area within the server, but I didn't realize I still had the teleport cooldown until it was too late. So definitely something to keep a watch out for. But yeah, that is pretty much the event. So a very fun event. Highly recommend to participate. Probably the most important things to remember is, number one, don't have any troops outside your base. Otherwise you can't be a Blood Knight hunter. Obviously you need to wait for the Blood Knight Descent event to do this. Make sure you have the Blood Knight Hunter profession skill and the Blood Knight Hunter teleport skill. Make sure to activate the skill as soon as possible. I do believe there's like a 10-minute time frame after the event starts that you can select to become a Blood Knight hunter. Anything after that and it's too late. What else? Did I miss anything? Obviously the teleport cooldown, be careful of that. Also remember that as soon as the warning pops up that you make sure to teleport to the other available servers. And that's about all you need to remember. And also, of course, try survive for a minimum of 7 minutes. And as long as you can do that, you'll get those max survival rewards that I showed you before. And just to remind you, if you don't remember, these are the rewards. So you'll get the survival ranking rewards. So number 1 spot, you can see you can get this 500 Magatama, 2 of these tactic card packs SSR, 20 Overlord supply chest SSR, some research speed ups, some level tied coin chest. You can also get this Blood of Blood avatar frame. It goes for 7 days. And you can also get this title, which is called the Blade of Blood Knight. That also goes for 7 days. And this is the most important one. So the survival time ranking reward, you can see if you survive a minimum of 7 minutes, maximum of 30 minutes. So as long as you fall in that range, you'll get all of these rewards. So the 150 Magatama, 10 Euro return recruitment tickets, tactics card, SSR, so 1 of those, some research speed ups, and some SSR Overlord supply chests, so 5 of those. So pretty good rewards. And a very fun event, especially if you are hunting. So yeah, that's pretty much the summary of this event. So make sure to participate, and Just remember, you can only participate in this event after the cooldown as well. So there's just under 3-day cooldown. So yeah, just keep that in mind. But that's all for this Blood Knight Hunter video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.